there is no straightjacket formula on, this is what should be done. But it's very simple that in the first 3 years, experiment as much as you want to. Be clear, and by doing different things, you can go for a corporate internship, a real estate internship, IPR internship, arbitration internship, and then determine what exactly is your area of interest. By the end of third year, you should be somewhat clear as to this is exactly the field that I want to, because the next 2 years are crucial. In the next 2 years, then you can plan your internships accordingly. How I did it was similarly when I was clear in my run about second, third year that I want to go for litigation only. I started doing court internships. So I started doing with chambers. I started doing with senior lawyers, with whom I had a lot of court exposure. For me personally, internships are not something where I can learn the law. Some interns unfortunately come and they think that in these 30 or 40 days, they will go out becoming, expert in arbitration or expert in any CPC or Evidence Act. That unfortunately will not happen. The focus on your internship should be, if you want to build a dispute resolution profile, is whether your internship is court focused or not. That will give you an opportunity to hone your code skills, which is something that you can begin at a very early stage if you start with your internship. So if you go to courts every day with a senior, so suppose you join a team or a senior counsel who's into courts on a daily basis, that will give you an opportunity to know how the court craft is done. Law is one aspect of a dispute resolution practice, but unfortunately or fortunately, court craft is also equally important. So the learning that at a very young or a tender age is utmost important, and can make wonders or a difference to your career. Second is that if you want to go for a particular field of disputes resolution, say if you want to go for IPR or arbitration, there are specific teams or law firms which do only that sort of work. For example, Kachwaha is a firm which only deals with arbitration practice predominantly. So you can even choose that. So if your focus area is clear, somebody I know people who from the beginning wanted to only do IPR, so they chose places which were predominantly IPR based firms. That way, from your third or the fourth year, you can clarify your areas, you can work towards that area, and especially when you go tomorrow for a PPO, these things really matter. That were you clear in your head? If yes, then from that point of time, you started doing internships which were of relevance to you. And of course, that experience counts, that you know the law, because from the if you're in the fourth year or fifth year, like I especially treat somebody who comes who's in his fifth year and comes for internship as an A0 associate. There is hardly any difference between an A0 associate and a fifth year intern. So if you are clear from that perspective and you intern with somebody, you get that experience also. So you'll be specifically researching on those points. You may get one or two odd drafting experiences of drafting applications or something like that. So that of course can help you tomorrow when you want to focus on that area. Yeah, and one important thing is that when you're choosing an internship in a tier one law firm, it's okay. Sometimes we do it like I did in Khaitan. So I also obviously did it for the brand name without knowing the team that I'll be put. And sometimes it's even difficult to ascertain beforehand the team that you'll be getting. But sometimes it's really matters, especially in your fifth year, that you can ascertain the team that you're going to, because that team, first of all, if you're in a fifth year and you're expecting a PPO from a place, so it's important that the team that you're applying for internship has that vacancy for an A0. Second, is the team doing the kind of work that you want that team to do? That is your area of interest. Third, I mean, from your internal sources, you can actually find out the kind of people that are working in that team. Is it a hostile environment to work at? Is it not an hostile environment? Because a lot of firms uh, die because of the attrition rate. Teams change very quickly. This happens because of hostility within the team, a sort of negativity which is created. That to begin with, if you begin as an A0 and you enter a team which is very hostile, you may just get discouraged of the entire profession itself. So if in your fifth year especially, I advise that just be very extra careful while choosing an internship and while choosing the kind of people that you're interning with. We all have our alumni network, or people, somebody who is working in this firm, somebody is working in the other firm. So just try and get that clarity. I mean, the brand name is not everything. It's not only the law firm that you're working in, but the team is very important, because once you start, it should be a minimum of 2 years that you work at a place, especially in a law firm, because that really gives you a kickstart.